even have you on the TV there?
I don't know. It's this high-floating media group we got here at Oregon State that works so hard to get us all the pub. I'm not sure they knew we even had a selection show today.
Did you blame
Oh,
Hank?
I'm just kidding, Hank.
When you saw the number one up to the highest ranking in program history after number 3 last year, what went through your mind when you saw that?
I thought it was cool for our guys, in our program, our university. I think obviously if you took the 4 teams, Florida State, Virginia, and Oregon State, there's probably reasons for any one of those being the number 1 seed. And, we were the only one of those 4 that actually was an automatic qualifier that won their conference. The other 3 didn't, and so that probably weighed in. But it's really special to be number 1, I think, for our players. It's a long haul. Hopefully it rejuvenates them a little bit and gets them going a little bit. Sometimes you get towards the end and you feel like we're going to be in a regional and we're going to win this league, and you just kind of start sputtering a little bit. And I don't think we played particularly well down at USC, but it was certainly a difficult day after clinching it on Saturday to come out and try to get guys thinking about something other than playing in a regional. So, and it was certainly a reflection of our performance. But like I said, I think it's good that that they were the number 1 seed. I think that, like I said, you could have taken any one of those 4 clubs and found a reason to award them the number 1 seed, and we're one of those clubs, and I think we were good from start to finish.
You've always played so well at home, regular season and in tournament play. How big of an advantage could that be for this team?
Well, I hope it's a huge advantage. We have played well at home. We've got a great crowd. I think it's one of the best places in the country to watch a game, and I think if we expanded it and had another 2,000 seats, we'd have another 2,000 people there. So, it's a wonderful place to play. Our guys usually respond well at home. We've been fortunate enough to, play well in postseason play at home, and we look to do the same thing this year.
You think you'll have PD back this week?
I hope so. It's obvious when he's not on the field, and he's getting better, and he's a tough kid. So when he's ready to play, I think he would have played on Sunday maybe had it meant that you could win or lose a conference championship. He'd have tried to play, but he's getting treatment and working as hard as he can to get back.
What's kind of the process now for your coaches as far as getting the scouting reports ready on the other 3 teams that'll be here?
Well, you start calling your friends and hoping your enemies aren't getting your information, So you just call people that have played other people and ask them if they would, be willing to help you out or learn something about their club, if there's any video out there. But I think, it's tough to get something on certain people, and other people it's pretty easy. Like we've played, 15, 16 games on TV. So I think it'll be quite easy for people to get video on us and some things like that. And hopefully we can get some information on the clubs coming in. I know a little bit about UNLV just because they're local. I know Irvine is a good club. I've seen them play on TV, and obviously they got one of the best coaches in the country, in Mike Gillespie.
What about UNLV? So does Nate. Do you joke with him at all?
He knows them a lot better than I do. So, but they got some good players. They got good arms. They're balanced. They're pretty good from start to finish, and everybody. I think everybody in the tournament obviously is there for a reason.
Do you anticipate changing your rotation? Like maybe last weekend it was altered a little bit, but you got it to where the regional and super regional rotation you might like.
Yeah, we'll just see. How everybody feels. I'm not afraid to go with any one of those guys in the 1 hole or the 2 hole. They're all very similar, obviously. The numbers for Wetz and Fry are better than Mo, but his stuff was great at SC. His stuff was good against Washington, and I think he's getting better. And any one of those 3 guys could go. I would think that if everything stays the same and everybody's in the same position they are, you'd stay in the same rotation as we were at USC. But Josh actually's got the guys in the training room right now, and he goes through that and evaluates them. Then on Tuesday, we start lining up our bullpens and figure out who's going to pitch by Tuesday afternoon.
It's something that the guys alluded to. It's not handling the number 1 ranking when they didn't show up and play your guys' game. What do you want them to take away from this past week now that the number 1 overall seed in the tournament?
Well, like I said, when you play as many games as you play in baseball, everybody has a spell where you don't play quite as well as you would like to. We've been very consistent. down there, I thought in the first game we swung the bat fairly well, and they made some great plays and they defended, and it was a good baseball game. I thought yesterday we were very, very lethargic at the plate, very undisciplined at the plate, and you know, the first run they get from throwing a ball that hit Gabe in a bad spot right in the middle of his chest there. So you know, I don't know why they didn't play well. I don't know if it had anything to do with, like I said, the season coming in, the draft, whatever it may be. I don't know. They didn't play very well, but I think that, you know, the postseason is kind of a new season for you. You know, you just let's go and we'll. In other words, if we were in game 25, I think we'd be having a lot of conversations about what we did over the weekend. But I think now you just get to the next game.